Hiya. Hi everyone. Hope you do well. This coronavirus thing. Yeah. Hi Keen. Yeah, I'm glad here to be online here today and see how it goes and yeah, come along with some questions and yeah, we'll see how we can answer it and how it goes. I hope you do well. Yeah. Hello. It's a bit of special timing at the moment. Oh, sorry, it's my dog. It's a special time at the moment for every one of us, and yeah, this time is difficult. And yeah, I hope you do well in England. Denmark is starting to get a little bit back to normal at the moment. Of course, it's just still difficult, but you know, kids start to be back to school and everything starts to be normal. So should be like some brightness to see how it goes. But shoot me out with some good questions and I will see if I can answer it. I just had a coffee, so cheers. Hello from Sweden. Hello, hello. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, for sure. I really wasn't looking forward to back to race in England, and I was really, you know, point of my career, really where I want to do. But I was missing a lot to race in England, and to be fair, I had a few offers from different clubs. But when I spoke with Lemo, I was quite quick to make my mind to go to Bellevue. Is one of the nicest track and it's a good place when you come from when you flew in and flew out. You know, it's good to Manchester and yeah, just the people in the club. I was really looking forward to be working with them and hopefully we're going to do this later this season. But for sure, if no Speedway this season, I would like to come back for 21, but fingers crossed. Yeah, if it goes that way, we can race this season for sure. Yeah, thank you. We just had a new baby boy. So yeah, he do really well. He's like 8 weeks now, but yeah, he do well and. He's good to us. He sleep at night and yeah, he's quite cute. So yeah, that's good. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, shoot me out with some questions and I will see if I can answer them and see how it goes. But yeah, I just hope that it's coming down here. Sorry. There's a few questions here. Yeah, we have been started to be allowed to practice in Denmark at the moment. So yeah, we can start to practice, but you know I've been practice and yeah, had some practice on my bike. Of course that's nice, but it's also a tough situation because nobody really knows what's gonna happen because at the moment I've been practice. I think 8 times now, but it's also what you practice for. They don't have come up with any dates for the Danish league. We wish for we maybe can start in August. So yeah, we're just waiting and see how the good yeah, if we can start practice. But again, I don't want to practice 4 times per week until the season start or until we know when it's gonna be goes on. So yeah, that's a little bit the situation. Mm. Yeah, for sure. I really want to be at Bellevue, but especially when the press day was there, and I really was looking forward to come over, and I was really set up for it. But yeah, the situation was like that, and for me, I think it was a good call. I stayed in Denmark that night because I should fly out, and the day after they really closed the border, so I think it was a pretty good decision for me to stay in Denmark and stay with my family, and especially at that time we have had the baby on the way, so yeah, it was a special situation, but everybody is great now, so that's good. Somebody asked. Yeah, for sure. Somebody asked me if I've been training hard this winter, but yeah, I've been training hard, and it's a strange time at the moment because now we really have time to train. But again, yeah, I've been a few kilos lighter than I've been the previous seasons, and at the moment I try to keep my fitness pretty good. I've put in some kind of challenge. I had a personal trainer where we do some challenge. Like yesterday, we ran a half marathon. Just to do like some kind of challenge to so you have something to train for. It's really hard to just go out running every day or cycling every day if you don't have anything to train for. So I put up some goals and yeah, just some challenges so we know we can reach them, and so it's more funny to train. So yeah, the fitness is really good, and the weight is really good at the moment. So yeah, I just cross my fingers and hopefully we can start race soon. Somebody asked what is my biggest moment in my Speedway career. Of course, it's a tough question because I had a lot of good memories, and but for sure when I went the Danish. Win the Danish GP in horses, it was a big achievement, and you do it on your home track, and you do it in front of your sponsors, your family, your friends, and everybody was there. So that's the horses GP win was probably my biggest moment. Yeah, we had like somebody if you keep in touch with the other riders from the view, but yeah, for sure. We had a WhatsApp conversation, and everybody put in some funny stuff, and yeah, share some information with each other, and so yeah, that's how we communicate at the moment. But hopefully we can start to see each other and we can start to race. I really look forward to it. So yeah, it looks like. I know most of the guys in the team, so I'm really looking forward to get back to them. Richard said the van is ready. Yeah, I'm glad the van is ready, but hopefully we can start racing so we can start use it. Somebody asked why I started being a speed rider. Just quite funny. Started as a young boy, started at PV15. Difficult question. I had two bigger brothers than me, and they both were doing go-karting. So my father, he spent a lot of time with them to doing the go-karting because it's taking most of the weekends. So he bought a small bike for me, and one of my friends my dad's friends had a kid same as like me, and he was start doing the PV50 on the Speedway. So yeah, I started with him. So that was how it starts. Somebody asked like, what is my first thoughts with the Bellevue tracks, and yeah, for sure, it was really nice. It's I will say so. It's probably the best track in England at the moment. I haven't been riding the British Lake for some years, but I've been on the track I think three times now. But every time it has been so nice and so raceable. You know, many lines, well preparated, like pits, everything, like changing rooms and everything is so nice. So yeah, I think it's a really good track, and yeah, good stadium, and the fans as well is brilliant. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to be back racing there every week. That's for sure. That's how it is. Somebody asked if what I will do if no Speedway. It's a tough question. Nah, I always have something to do, you know. At the moment, I have been no Speedway. I've been again using a lot of time on practice, and I spend I'm probably one of them riders. I spend a lot of time in the workshop. I like to, if I have time for it, do many things about myself, and know everything and know how it works, and so yeah, I'm a little bit spend a lot of time in the workshop and make sure everything is 100% ready. But if the Speedway not gonna be, I probably need to go and find some work in the winter. But I'll cross my fingers, and hopefully we can go back to normal and start racing soon. So it's gonna be, that's my first priority, of course. Somebody asked if I'm still in lockdown. Now we're not. In Denmark, we start to open up much more again. It's getting more and more back to normal. I would say so. Every week it's been better and better. You know, schools is back to, our kids is back to schools now. First it started from 1 to 5th grade, and now it's from 5th grade and up they start. And from next week again they start high school. So all kids are gonna be back to school. So you know, it's that's great. It's getting more back to normal, and so hopefully we can start to be socialized a little bit more, and hopefully we can start to be back. Somebody asked me, I'm based in Denmark. I'm based in Odense. It's the same city I was born in. I have my house and workshop there, and it's the middle of Denmark, so it's pretty simple. Denmark's not so big a country, but you know, it's quite nice because it's a small island in the middle of it. And if I should go to Sweden, I have 2 hours to the Swedish border, and I have 1.5 hours to the German border when we go to Poland. So it's quite good based in Denmark for that, and I have all my family and friends just around me. So yeah, that's why. Of course, I really think that's probably why I race Speedways, because you want to be back to the GP series one day. But again, I think I said it before, but I want to be back to the Grand Prix one day, but I don't want to do it before I think I'm ready for it. You know, it's really tough. It's a tough game, and it's fun to be in there if you do well. But it's really fun. But it's the same. It's really tough if you're there and you don't really perform. So my like. Of course, I really want to be back, but it's not gonna be before I feel like I had like some kind of potential to do something. I don't want just to be in the Grand Prix or qualify and just maybe can be lucky to score a few points every week. If I'm gonna be in, want to be into to do something. So at the moment I have really, and that's also why I said to the Danish team, I've stepped up for the national team and focus on all my league racing and be much more stable and be back. So that's how it is. So I cannot say it's when, but hopefully one day. I'm really hopeful. I had the potential to be back. Somebody asked how many leagues I should be riding in this season, and it should be 4 leagues. It should be the Danish league, the Swedish league, Poland, and then England, UK. So it should be a busy season for me. But again, I have been stepped down and only raced 3 leagues the last couple of years, and I really feel like I've been missing something, especially riding every week in England have been missing. So yeah, that's why I choose to take England in again and race there. Somebody asked which riders has inspired me. It's tough, I will not say it's one special. I'll say, one special is Tony Rickardson. I think he was my idol since I was a young kid, and and see his riding and skills on the bike was amazing. But again, from now on, you take some small bites from every rider and put them together, and then you see then you try to mix it up and see how it is. And I take a lot of time for study things like people kind of starting techniques and stuff. So yeah, that's how it is. Somebody asked if the Kevlar will fit after the lockdown. I would say so. It has been tough the first couple of weeks. I was like, fucking yeah. But I'm quite fit. So running a lot and bicycling a lot. So I'm quite sure my Kevlar will fit. Somebody asked me if I ride against Lemo, Mark. And yeah, I did. When I come to England in 2010, he was racing in Newcastle, and I was racing for Workington. So he was one of the big dogs at that time, and he was really one of them, and you look up to and look after. So yeah, that's quite funny. He's gonna be my team manager, and I always really like him, and he's he was also always really professional, and everything was great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to really be under his wing, and he's gonna be the team manager. That's for sure. Somebody asked you how Lindgren is to ride against. I will say Freddie he's a tough rider, but fair play to him. I can be a tough rider too, but Freddie he's a tough rider, but he's also he never complains if you're tough to him. So that's how I see it. He's tough, but he's fair because he never complains if you do the same back to him. So yeah, that's how he is, and that's how he races. So yeah, fair play. Somebody asked if I see Hans. Yeah, me and Hans is quite good friends, and so yeah, we see each other sometimes, and had a coffee and had a chat. We only live 15 minutes from each other, so yeah, we see each other sometimes, and he's a good guy. So yeah, of course I can keep the contact with him. Somebody asked how popular the Speedway is in Denmark. It's tough to say. Of course, it's not. It's we had in the future we have some really Hans Nielsen, Ole Olsen, Erik Gundersen. We have big riders, so probably nearly everybody knows what Speedway is. But when we do the Danish league meeting, I would say we're about 800 to 2,000 people depends stadiums and depends of the matches, but so it's alright popular, but it could of course it's not the same value like example football or handball is also pretty big in Denmark, but it's getting in the right direction and they start to show some more races at the TV, and so that's good. That's good. Yeah, somebody asked if I have interest to do the long track. I haven't. I haven't any interesting to do it. I see some good riders start to do the long track, and but fair play to them. I think it's enough for me with the Speedway, and yeah, it's special the long track. I never tried it, so maybe if I try it one day, I will change my mind. But yeah, it looks quite funny. But again, I think Speedway is more aggressive and more. Yeah, I like it more. So that's how it is. Yeah, what the biggest factor? I come back to Speedway in England. It was like, yeah, I was missing it, and when I was racing in England, it was really early in my career, and it's learned me a lot. So I feel like I really need to be back, and I really look forward to be back. So hopefully we can go back to normal and we can start racing again. Yeah, what is life after Speedway? Yeah, that's true, Michael. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be a chairman in the Fjeldsted, my Danish club, or Speedway mechanic. Nobody knows what's gonna happen, but yeah, we will see. Somebody who is my best mate in Speedway. It's tough, you know. You had a lot of good friends, but it's hard because every time you're really good friends with them, you also need to compete with them. So yeah, I will say so. Hans is probably the best one. He took me under his wing when I was young, and he learned me a lot of things, and he always just be a good friend to me. So Hans is, I would say Hans. Mm. Somebody asked if have some offers from different kind of clubs in England before I signed from Belle this season, and yeah, for sure I had. But again, when I spoke with Mark and he come up with it, it was quite clear or quite easy to make my mind up and do it that way. You know, nice track, look like a bright team you want to build, and really, yeah. So that was how it is, and yeah, hopefully we just can get back racing and come along to race. My favorite track is tough. It's tough. I would say so. I have like favorite tracks in every country. I would say Denmark is probably my home track, Fjeldsted, and England. To be fair, I haven't really rode so much of the view. I'm sure it's gonna be my favorite track, but I would say so. The old Swindon track, I was rode there a couple of years, and I know the track quite well. So that was how that I would say that one for me at the moment. But again, the old Swindon track is not there anymore. So we will see which one gonna be my favorite. Somebody said hello to me from Gdansk. Hello. Hopefully we can come back racing in England too. Oh, in England, in Poland soon. That for sure. And I would say so. I have a few tracks, and kind of in Sweden. I would say so. My favorite track probably gonna be Motala. It was a nice place, and I actually also signed for them this year again. So So yeah, it's a small, nice technical track to race. Hmm. Uh, Somebody say I have a special style on the speedway bike, and yeah, it probably is, but I think my style is more start to be normal. It's a little bit aggressive, and the balance on the bike, and really try to keep the bike upright as long as possible, to keep the wheels in line. That's probably more how the speedway starts to be, and you know that's just my kind of style to ride in, and yeah. Somebody asked how my thoughts is about the Bellevue team this year. I think really it's a solid but also a really young team. I think it had a bright future in it, and so yeah, I'm really looking forward to be back racing with them, or to be racing with them, not back, but to be raced with them. So yeah, I think it's a really strong side they put together. Uh, Somebody asked me what my favorite English food is. To be fair, I'm not a English breakfast is of course is really great, so that must be that one. Somebody asked if I prefer to win from the gate, or like to race come from the back. I've never been the greatest gator, but so I'd practiced a lot to come from the back and take the win. But for sure, if you make a great start and you have the speed, it's much more easy, and it's not so stressful. But again, that achievement you have if you come from the back, and you gonna to like overtake a few guys to take the win. That's really a nice feeling afterwards. So yeah, it's so. But if you win, of course it's nice to make some overtaking. How good I know the other guys in the team this year is. I know a few of them quite alright and quite good. Riding with Brady a few times through seasons, and he'd been in Denmark when he was younger, and so I know him quite well, and so yeah, he's probably the one I knows best. But all of them seem to be good guys. So I really look forward to be in team with them. Somebody asked me if I've been riding an upright engine. I tried once last season in my home track in Fjells. There, one guy, he had like one old bike, and he asked me if I want to have a go. And it was special. It was pretty old bike, so I don't want to push it too hard. But it's different kind of style. You have to been racing these two type of engines on two type of bikes. So it was nice to try it, because many people always said, "Oh, it's so difficult to race it," and different to race it. I would say it was not difficult, but it was different. So it was nice to try it. Somebody asked if we're gonna be back in extra league with Gdansk, and hopefully one day. But we'll see how the season gonna be, and if it's gonna be normal again. But we wish, and cross my fingers it's gonna be normal again. Somebody asked if I've been racing in Australia. I've been to, yeah, 2 times with the Grand Prix in Melbourne, and it was a really big experience for me. It's a long way to traveling. We have to send bikes over and we have to travel there, and it's a really nice country. So one of the times I stayed there for 1 month, and had like one of my friends with me, and we stay and traveling through Australia after the season, and yeah, to see it. So yeah, I've been racing there two times, and but it was the only race I did. I don't do any open meeting in Australia or anything. When I was there, I only do the Grand Prix in Melbourne. I think it was in 2015 and 2016. So yeah, it was really good experience for me. But yeah. Somebody, I don't know if you mean Nick or Nikki, if we have a clash on the track, but if you mean Nikki, yeah, of course we had, but yeah, nothing like dramatic in it. Of course we've been, but yeah, all good again. Somebody asked me how many bikes I have in England. I have 2 complete bikes and one in spare parts, and then I have 3 engines. But again, taking engines with me when I flew over and when I flew in to get them serviced and stuff. So yeah, 2 complete bikes and 1 in spare parts if anything gonna happen. That's how it is. Somebody asked if to win a race, if it depends on the mentality and the header and the bike setup, and I will say so. It's a 50-50. You can have such a fast bike, but if you're not ready in your mind, you cannot win a race. But again, even how good like shape you are in, if your engine or your bike doesn't work, it's not gonna happen, because it's a sport. You run by engine, so if your engine is not fast enough or your bike is not fast enough, you can win it. That's how simple it is. But of course, it's Speedway is a big mind game. So yeah, it's really have to be on the toes to have the right mentality. Yeah, the old Bellevue track. I reckon it's gonna be that one. The main. Yeah, I raced it. It was a really special track. It was probably the worst track for me when it was there. It was really small and it was slick. But yeah, I raced it a few times, and I also had 1 or 2 good meetings there. So yeah. When they had the new stadium, I think it's good. It's good, and it's makes some good racing. Then the new track there, so yeah, that's how it is. Somebody asked you have any funny stories about Roscoe. Of course, I have something, but I cannot share everything with you. But now he's a good guy, and he have helped me a lot. He was actually that guy that took me into the elite league at that time when I was young. I started doubling up when I was doing racing for Workington. He took me in to doubling up when he was at Coventry at that time. So yeah, he always have been looking after me in England, and he helping me a lot. So yeah, that's he been a good guy to me, Roscoe. That's for sure. But of course, he always have some funny stories and always have a story to tell. So that's great. Mm. I would say somebody asked if I've been to some strange country to race Speedway, but it's always special. I've been to Russia 2, 3 times, I reckon. It's like it's a special country. It's a long way, but you feel sometimes you sit there back a couple of years when you come to there, and nobody really. It's hard to communicate with people. Not many one could speak English when I was there and stuff. So that's how it is. And especially last year I was in Hungary and actually had a quite big crash there. So I was in hospital a couple of days in Hungary, and it wasn't too funny. But yeah, that's how it goes. So that was probably these 2 countries I think have been the longest. Somebody asked if it's better to ride with Belle than against him. I've been racing against him a few times when I was racing for pole. But yeah, I would say yes. He's really fast, and it looked like he can build some speed nobody else can build. So yeah, it's much easier to be in team with him than against him. Somebody else could like to try to race ice Speedway, and I would say it'd be funny to maybe try it, but only try it. I will not race it against each other like anybody else. I would say these spikes on 11 centimeters, I will not get run over by them. So just try it. It could be fun. Somebody asked what's the worst injury I had. I would say so. It's probably I had like a few concussions the last couple of seasons, and it's when with the concussions it's tough because you cannot really say it's take 1 or 2 weeks or how long it's going to take. The concussion can take 1 week and they can take 1 month or 1 year. So that's one of these injuries is toughest to deal with really, because you cannot set like a deadline and see after 6 weeks we're ready to race again. Yeah, I need a haircut again, but I've been quite lucky. My girlfriend, she's actually a hairdresser, so she can cut my hair sometimes. But yeah, what number I'm gonna be in the team, I cannot say 100%, but I reckon it's gonna be like 3 and number 5. But we will see. Hopefully, I can be number 1 one day again. So yeah. Somebody have a best racing weight, and for sure you always try to compete and see how low you can go on the weight, and I cannot go lower than 70 kilos. Then I'm start to feel not really good at the moment. I'm like 72, so I need to take 2 kilos off when we start racing. But again, it's quite easy for me because when I'm training so much, it's 2 or 3 weeks and I can take 2 kilos off, and it's gonna be this. But again, around 70 kilos, that's my best weight, and that's where I feel brightest. If I'm be lighter, I'm start to feel really sick all the time and no power. Somebody asked me if about the rules or they spoke about, every riders or bike and riders should have a minimum weight, and I think it's tough. For me it could be easy to say yes because I'm much heavier than example Dan Bewley, because he's not the half the size of me. So it would be the easy answer for me to say yes, but again, I will say if you're a little bit bigger, that's always been my forceness. You had a little bit more physic to race the bike harder and push it, or ride in the dirt a little bit more than the lighter and thinner guys. So I will say that's how we build. And again, if we should start to make everything equal, then you should also start to make equal engines and stuff. So then it's not gonna be that funny to say, because it's also, I think sports is like when you can find the small things to go to your side. So I don't think it's the right way to do. Who do my engines this season? I had two. I had Fleming, and then I have Joachim in Germany, Flemming Grausen in Denmark, and Joachim Kildemand in Germany, to do engines for me. And then I had two engines to test from Finn Rooney. So I had from a few places, but I would say so I was back with Flemming Grausen last year, and it really started to be looking good. So yeah, Fleming is probably one of the priorities. Somebody has come in bikes. I built 5 bikes this season. So yeah, 5 bikes. I have three in Denmark to race Danish league, Swedish league, and Poland, and then I have 2 bikes in England. And of course, then had a lot of spares to repeat them with, or to repair them with. If I have different mechanics in each country, now, yeah. So I would say in England you had a setup. You have a complete base in England. I have one guy called Gary. He's been working with me for many years, also when I raced in Swindon. But he is based in England, so he take care about the English stuff and the van, and if I'm flew in to pick me up from airport and that. But then they had mechanics for the Denmark and Poland and Sweden, and they're based in Denmark. So I had 2 sets of mechanics, one in England and one here. So that's how we try to rule it. Somebody asked if you want to improve or change something on the Speedway bike, but of course it's again, I spend a lot of time doing small things the best I can, and I spend a lot of time in the workshop to make sure all the finishes is doing really well, and I always try to find something nobody else have, and of course it's tough, but if I don't feel like I put this time or effort into it, I don't feel like I'm improving all the time. So if I could if I can change something so I can have the fastest bike, of course I would like to. But yeah, that's how it is, and you always try to find some small details, and that's how it is. Somebody asked if I have any ideas to improve the sport, but it's tough. It's difficult because I feel like they do something right in all the leagues, and especially when you race so many different leagues like I do. I think England do something really good. I think the Danish league do something really good. Poland do something good. Sweden do. So it's tough to say. Overall, I think everybody's trying to do the best. That's for sure. If I have something special to do before the meetings, yeah, for sure you have. I will not say so. Somebody is really they need to put on the right glove before the left glove or something but I'm not that kind of guy. But I need to. I try to organize myself, and if I've been eating right, trained the right thing, and been staying healthy, and that's my kind of improvement to make sure I had the best meetings. That's I can take out so many boxes yeah. If I have any favorite gates, yeah, I have that favorite gate. I win every time. No, it's tough, you know. That's from track to track. It's always some kind of tracks, you know, when the inside gate is better, and some tracks this gate 4 is much better. So it depends which track, I will say so. Which Grand Prix track is my favorite? It's tough. I will actually say so. When they built the Melbourne track, it was one-day track. They built it. It was so nice, you know. It was really fast track, and it was a little bit bigger, like the normally building in the football space in the football stadium in Europe. So I would say the Melbourne Grand Prix track, when it was there, I really feel it was a nice track. So yeah, if 4 laps is enough, so sometimes you always wish for you just had one more lap to do the overtaking. But again, it depends sometimes. I think 4 is good. It's in the middle, and you know, also the bikes is working and push really hard. So if we should do more, it starts to be really hard with the equipment and so all the bikes. So yeah, 4 laps is good, and it's also different because you can see the Bellevue track is a big track. 4 laps is really hard for the bike there. Compete if you take to Wolverhampton it's a much smaller track. So yeah, I think 4 tracks is good. Somebody asked me if I like the temporary tracks or the natural ones. It's tough, you know. When I was doing the Grand Prix, I like these ones they built because nobody really have their home adventures there. Nobody really knows how it's gonna be. Everybody have the same experience. They have one day's practice the day before the Grand Prix on the Saturday. So I would say the Timberland. It was like that was my favorite. But yeah, that's so. All the tracks is good in the Grand Prix. That's for sure. So yeah, and I hope you all stay healthy and stay away from the corona, and hopefully we can see you soon. That's absolutely the best thing to do. Somebody asked if it's true I get the beers in for you in the first meeting, but I will say now it's like my pocket is really empty. I don't have too much money to buy the beers, but it's good. Somebody asked me if I have curry when I come to Manchester. Yeah, for sure I will. I actually been missing the curry, so yeah, why not? Somebody asked me if I was enjoying to race at the Workington track, and for sure it was a nice track, and it was my first team in England, so it's like a special track for me, a special place, and I was actually set up to do Rusty Harrison's testimonial a couple of years ago, but I think it get rained off, and I was a little bit disappointed to not come back there to say hello to all the tracks and all yeah, everybody at the club. So yeah, I enjoyed when the track was there to race it. Somebody asked if the Polish Lake gonna be priority for me. I would not say it's gonna be more priority than anybody than any leagues else. You know, it's tough to do all the quarantine rules, and I'm stepped down to do the first division in Poland next season instead of the extra league, so I don't have to do the quarantine at the moment, and I don't know how the league's gonna be. So we will wait and see what decision gonna be, but it's not more priority than racing anybody else country. I more want to stay and race free leagues than only do Poland. That's for sure. If I never do the Ben Fund, yeah, I think I do it once when it was in many years ago in what's it called? Was it in Glark? No, yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, I did it once. That's for sure. Which kind of tracks I prefer, is it like big tracks and small tracks? I would say so. You know, the big tracks sometimes is tough for me because I'm a little bit bigger rider than somebody else. So the weight is like not my like short tracks and different like sometimes it's easier for me to better for me to riding, and then sometimes it's more to the riding skills than just to have a fast bike. So that's how it is. Somebody asked if I like to race in football. Yeah, I like to ride football when I was there. It was only for quite short period, so it was for 1 year. So yeah, it do well, and yeah. I like to race there. There was good people around, so yeah. All the clubs I've been to in England have been really good, and yeah, good people all the way around. So yeah. Somebody asked if there are many female riders in Denmark to ride Speedway, but it isn't. A couple of years ago there was a few, but I actually don't think there is anymore at the moment, so I will say no. Of course, on the small tracks, because we start them pretty early in Denmark, pretty young. We start them on the PV15, so they can start when they're 4 or 5 years old. So on the small tracks, some girls is racing, but when they get to the bigger bikes, I don't think they like it too much. Somebody asked me if I liked my nickname Killer. Yeah, that's alright for me. That's how it is. And I had Spider and I have Killer and I had a few different. So yeah, that's alright. How many languages I speak? I only speak 2, Danish and English. Understand some Polish and had a few words in Polish, but that's how it is. And of course the Swedish, I understand Swedish and I can speak with Sweden because our language is pretty close to each other. So yeah, two languages I can speak full. Somebody asked if I've been and visited the Polish city Gdansk. Yeah, I've been there and visited. Somebody asked what is the secret behind the Danish young program. Like, I don't know if we had a special secret, but they had like a good talent. Erik Gundersen, he's the talent trainer in Denmark, so he always take them and take good care of the young guys, young kids, to try to train them as much as possible, but also, you know, example, my Danish club, you know, we practice every like Wednesday and Saturday when there's not a race there, and you know, then of course I can come there and practice, but I also most of the time I have time, you know, come by and help some of the other young kids and try to teach them something. So I will say so is the culture in Denmark is really good, and you know, of course Speedway is a sport and it's a business for me, but everything starts with sport, so that's I try to give something back to the kids and how it is. So I think it's then yeah, that's probably how the success is like the culture in Denmark to think about the Speedway how it is. But something more than it's gonna be. It's quite. If Denmark have confirmed when we're going to be start racing again, no, they haven't. They had, of course, they had a couple of different meetings, and it depends how many people we can start to be together. Most of the clubs in Denmark said yes to start racing if they can meet up 500 people, and we can have at least 500 people at the stadium. Then they can start to get some kind of income again. But at the moment, it don't look it's gonna be before August. So yeah, August is gonna be probably. But then they have decided to push the league a little bit later this year, so we can race it until November. So hopefully we can have a few races later. Somebody asked what is my favorite free time activities. Oh, it's tough. I would say so. Of course, spend some time with my family, but I would say so. Normally, I'm not like so good at sitting still and do so. I always like to do something. So I do a lot of mountain biking. So that's probably my favorite time to spend my time with if I need to train or have fun is doing a mountain bike. So yeah, that's it, guys. Anybody else have some question? Then it's gonna shoot. See how it is. But I would say thank you to everybody to come up with the question, and I hopefully it was alright. I tried to answer as good as I could, and yeah, stay safe and stay healthy, and yeah, look after the guidelines, and hopefully see you soon. So yeah, so thank you very much, and see you soon, guys, and bye bye.